Bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum bum
Oh,
bum
mate,
bum
bum
bum.
bum 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 bum.
Man, 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 bum 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 bum.
Go on, let's join in. Money, bum bum bum. Bash Bros.
So make sure you subscribe to our channel, Bash Bros, for more content.
Make sure you like and subscribe and put those notifications on.
Or the booger man will get you.
I'm not fucking about. Yeah, my name's Dan. Fucking send me the stuff. Let it flow, let it flow. Don't track shit anymore. Let it flow, let it flow. Fill my ear with bullshit. I don't care what these fuckers say. I fucking don't know the rest in your anus anyway.
GP Harris. GP Harris.
What?
Gay
GP?
for pay Harris.
You were waiting for that, weren't you?
Did you not see the intro screen?
I did, but yeah, I did. Brilliant. Fucking wax me. He's got up to 300 quid now. Pushing it. Really pushing it tight, like.
I know Johnny's recording now, but I had an offer off someone for posing trunks the other day, and it was going really well. I thought I was in, because I was just literally not going to send anything. As soon as the payment went over, I wasn't going to send him anything. But yeah, it was about
I know, like
$200 just for trunks. So I thought, oh, this would be a decent one. But
how much you pay?
I think I paid like 30 quid for them, maybe tops. But these were old, nice and worn. Of course, that's why he wanted them.
They're the ones you paused in the other day that looked about fucking 3 sizes too small.
Oh, mate.
Mate, they are tight.
I said to my mum the other day, I was like, Mum, if my chunks are down, tell me, can you? Because it was the best back shot I've taken in ages. And I was looking at it and I was like, oh, I really like that, but my ass is out. And I was like,
which back shot? No, not the ones where your arms are fucking missing.
No, it was no. I'm talking about. It was like a check-in picture like 2 weeks ago.
Ah, right.
It was a back lat spread. And you could see my crack.
Yeah, you had a pair of fucking thongs on. But like, yeah, that cracked me up. Then I don't know what part of that statement tickled me more.
Cracked me up.
It was the bit where you were like, "Oh, well, I told my mom."
She's the one taking the picture. So, but yeah, I made sure this week they were pulled right up. So
does it creep her out that you that she takes your check-in photos? Or?
It does now.
Fucking hell, get. She's seen me naked. Who gives a fuck?
Well, she has washed you, and she went.
Exactly. She's seen the little todger, like.
What, present or
Dan? Oh, I was about to say we haven't heard from Dan all day. Look at that fresh head.
Whoa.
You look leaner.
I was going to say, yeah.
You look lean.
Oh, what could be happening?
It's happening.
Don't watch me now. Yeah, no, I dropped £8 in a week.
Fuck.
You feel pretty good for that, or?
No, I still want to kill myself.
Do you actually? Or do you just... well, from what weight to what? What were you before?
That's all my gains. I don't want to talk about it.
Do we want to talk about it?
We do want to talk about it.
Come on, let's talk about it.
Yeah, so I'm not a lot. I weigh but a mere sherbet lemon now. No, like I did a big push. Well, the earlier in the year I did a push and like my highest weight ever, which was like 310 or something in the morning, which was like a disgusting like 316 or 17 in the evening. I felt horrendous, and so the reason I push weight up to there is so when I pull back that I can sit at other weights like comfortably. Every time you push the weight mad high, you feel horrible, but then you can drop the weight to a weight that used to feel horrible, and now it feels all right. So I can sit at 290. Like, obviously I've got the CPAP machine and stuff, like, but it's it's nowhere near when I was first pushing up near those numbers. Now it feels kind of normal. So as long as I look after recovery, then I can sit there like all right. So yeah, I'm just pulling back now because I need to start looking at shows pretty soon. So people like having deload weeks, I kind of just have like maybe a month of just going to failure rather than going through and doing mad drop sets and fucking smashing my CNS to bits. So that's the plan. So I just took one meal out because it's good for me, because then I can wake up and have a break before I eat my first meal, which I find really helps digestion. And then also on the other hand, not eat a big meal and go straight to bed, which can interfere with my sleep. So that's the plan. Give the digestion a rest and give everything a rest, and then hopefully when I fire the rig back up for a prep, then everything's in a better place absorption wise and stuff, and I'm not fucked. The last thing I want to do is start prep already fucked. So I won't do that. So provided my bloods don't come back as candle wax, then it should be a go. Should be a go for the tail end of the year.
So you've lost £8 purely just from eating less. Have you changed your training frequency?
Well, I didn't train. So I ate non-training day foods. I took a whole week off training.
Right.
I was smashed. And also coming off a big push, I kind of need that reset, because otherwise I still have the mentality to smash stuff up. So it's actually better for me to just take a full week off, which I probably haven't done for like a year. It's going to do me nothing but good. And also for my mind as well. Like, then took a week off and I was like, oh, cool, I'm looking forward to training and getting in and thinking about the moves and stuff. So it was a psychological thing as well. But yeah, I'm shit at pulling back because, well, it's not my mentality. It probably works against me, basically. But, I spent so long harnessing the kind of HIIT training style that I utilize that it's kind of become second nature. It's hard to ignore it. So I pick moves that I don't normally do, so then I don't know the weight, so it doesn't fuck with my head. So I like move to something else so I don't know that it's light, and try and just like work on connection and execution and just realign rather than just getting a bit mad, basically. So that's the plan anyway. We'll see.
Get some TRT dose then.
TRT plus, as Jordan Peters calls it. Yeah, TRT if you were 3 25-year-old men. But yeah, no, it's a obviously I don't do any of it, but if I was doing it, then it would probably be around 200 a week. There's a story about a friend of mine, and many moons ago, they obtained some steroids or whatever they're called, some Clarpy cats, and got high off one ecstasy pipe, and it was bunk, and basically their bloods came back as that of like actually an 8-year-old girl. Obviously, it was a friend of mine, but yeah, I was just phoning up people, crying at them. It's fucking sick. It's fucking sick. So yeah, I don't. Yeah, I think trying to. I mean, Dean was saying as well, like a lot of people, they do their PCT wrong because they haven't waited for everything to drain. So if you're doing PCT, you got to wait, like he was saying, like 8 weeks until everything's drained before you can then even think about starting to raise your own natural test levels. So you take 8 weeks, then you start PCT. Most people only take 12 weeks off. So by the time you've got anywhere near bringing them up, you're just going to shit them down again. So there's no real point in that, unless you're going to take, kind of 6 months off, which I think people should do, especially if you're not competing. There's no point taking 8 weeks off, doing some HCG to try and get your levels down. Yeah. There was some fun stuff going around at one point. Rich Piana as well was saying, doing HCG whilst on cycle, so to keep your natural thick bollocks. Like the amount that you're putting back into do HCG. Cool, let's start. Oh, there's more gear going in. No, stop everyone. Don't make any more. So it makes a lot of sense doing things that way. I don't advise doing like cruising and stuff like that. But I think once you get to a certain age, your test levels are fucked, aren't they? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So rather than like doing a push and then throwing all your gains in the bin, yeah, you've got to make these choices if you're a competitive bodybuilder. And if you're not a competitive bodybuilder and you're just doing a beach bod, then just don't do gear anyway.
Yeah, agreed.
Chicken sandwiches.
So,
Dan, with your shows coming up, bud, what have you got planned in first? What's first to come for you?
Well, if everything goes well, which it never usually does, then there's a show in September, which I think is the last qualifier. It's a bit annoying the way they do things because it's like qualifier, pro qual, qualifier, pro qual. You know, at least with like the other feds, it's like loads of qualifiers, and then at the end there's like a big showdown.
Yeah.
You know, I could understand having more big showdowns, but like this weekend, there was a qualifier for like one weekend, and then it's the pro. It's just like it's the same show, isn't it?
yeah.
It's just the same people doing the same thing. So that was a weird position of that to happen, I thought. Luckily, there were some people that were pro division worthy that scooped up. We'll probably talk about that in a minute. But there could have easily not been. And then your fucking cornflakes handing them out in the fucking packets. But yeah, I think the pro cards that were turned out this week were well deserved and would have been in most lineups. So, you know, there were no freebies handed out this year, I don't think.
Yeah, I think so. While we're on the subject, then we might as well get into it. If I can find my bloody screen, what's going on here?
So Lewis Breed ended up taking the overall, didn't he?
Yeah.
I didn't see the overall lineup, but who was he against? Ross Kerr was in it, wasn't he? Scottish guy.
That's the taller guy, isn't it?
So I don't know whether it'll have the lineups there.
That was the super heavy lineup there.
So yeah, the guy on the far right, isn't he the Scottish guy?
No, it's Rich Kostecki, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh yeah. My eyes are so shit. Fuck me. Well, I mean, if I carry on like this, I'm going to be full Stevie Wonder in about 5 years. Like, but without the talent.
Rich turned us down to come on the podcast, so let's not talk about him.
Did he?
Yeah.
He fucking lost. That's why he lost then. Fuck him. What's his excuse?
He doesn't do stuff like this, apparently.
Oh, well, maybe we could have raised his profile and would have won. Lewis Breed says yes, so he is it. Didn't want you anyway. We were only doing it ironically.
Yeah.
We were like, like when your kid does a shit drawing and you pretend you're going to put it on the fridge. Like, yeah, this is going right in the fridge, in the bin with it. We're only joking. It would have been shit anyway.
Obviously, we know Lewis, and hopefully Lewis will be coming on next week.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. He's pro now. He's blown up. I think he'll blow
up.
No,
I told him. I told him he's only allowed on once he's pro.
Yeah.
Did he sign a contract saying regardless of whether he gets pro status, he's coming on?
Yeah, like you know, it's definitely legally binding.
Okay.
But it's on Instagram and everything on Instagram's facts. So, you know, you can't. I mean, there's no evidence for it, but it is fact.
So does anyone know anything about these two lads? I don't know these two lads.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not sure who they are. Yeah.
That's the super heavy class, isn't it?
Yeah. So
look at that guy. Sharp Fitness Looks created his own tick. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah.
One of the commenters hasn't got a blue tick. Created his own tick. What a legend! No shit's given.
Okay.
Know if we can go back through a little bit because obviously I've been watching it.
He's let down.
You've gone through plenty here, John, haven't you?
Yeah, I was looking for the supers. That's all I cared about. And then obviously
this is yesterday. It's 20 hours ago.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh crap! Okay, I'm going the wrong way.
It's go well.
That's why I've seen this shit. I've definitely seen past this. I don't know why.
We even get the mouse clicking on you. How professional.
Oh, that's nice. Cha-ching, cha-ching. Cha-ching. That's the guy in it that we saw on the right just then.
No.
Mate, fuck this, man. I can't see what's going on.
No, it is.
That is a man, though, isn't it?
Definitely a man, yeah.
Okay, cool. Sorted.
Uh,
Oh, the 10th Classic. Let's see it. Let's go back. Go back.
To be fair,
Go back to the
to
venue.
be fair, Dan, I think they must have listened to your rant last week.
Look at that. Look at that.
Tent
It
lighting
looks
was
like
better.
it looks like a fucking concentration camp.
Dan, did you see the setup this week?
It does
So
look
they-
better, doesn't it?
They put black sheets sort of all around,
I
so
can't see
behind, on top.
Yeah,
Just-
that was definitely because of me.
It was
That's really
unbelievable.
worked.
I know what the fuck.
That's much better.
Oh, fuck off.
Okay, we found absolutely
There
nothing.
we
on
go.
that.
Smashed it.
Yeah.
So Lewis Breed won. The classic guy, obviously. I mean, that's
Boom.
whoever let them post that. What a bastard! It has to be the worst.
Yes,
photo
crap
ever.
angle that is.
Side shot, arms raised.
Yeah, this guy was leaps and bounds ahead of everyone. He definitely knew what was going on. Also claims natty, so that's good, isn't it?
Yeah, not sure if I believe the natty status.
Well, I just think that if I was natty and looked like that, I'd work on becoming the best natty bodybuilder of all time ever.
And potentially do a natural show, which he's never
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
but
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying I would
But-
do.
but at
I
the end
would
of the day,
become-
he's just turned pro.
Because
So
right now he is, if he is natural, he's the best natural bodybuilder on the planet, I reckon.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
so,
he would be at the age of
Yeah.
what, 23.
yeah. So
23, yeah.
so I think that would be quite an achievement. Don't you? I'd probably do that.
But regardless, I haven't
Them
heard him make
legs.
that. I haven't
Them
heard him
legs.
make that claim for over a year now. But not that he was before anyway. But regardless, he's got an outstanding. He's still very young as well. Was he 22, 23?
Yeah.
He looks amazing. He looks
Right.
amazing. You know, even if we found out his cycle was 5 grams of tren a second, who gives a shit? He looks fucking sick. He looks very serious, though. He looks very serious. Apart from the picture of him when he went to the shop and not wearing a top, I thought could have worn a top. It's just rude.
I didn't see that.
It's best you don't. So I think he'll do really well in the pro ranks. To be fair, I mean, how he made the weight class for an amateur, fuck
Yeah.
mate.
Must have hollow bones.
It is. It's got the opposite of the Crowley effect.
It's no longer the Plumbo effect. It's the Crowley effect.
Crowley effect. Oh, bless Ryan. I spoke to him because apparently he tore his pec again.
Yeah.
And I was like, I messaged him, was like, fucking hell, how did you even do it? Poor bastard was getting dressed. And he just popped something. Oh, mate, I felt fucking gutted for him. But he's smashing loads of stem cells in it, all sorts. So,
He's
good.
putting 130k to good use, isn't he? So,
mate, fucking do it. Fucking do it. I'd probably be looking for a penis enlargement. Ever since the accident, I've been left with a 10-inch stump. So,
well, that's probably why half of the fans did pay money.
do you reckon that's a proviso?
Yeah.
That's a proviso. I'll give you the money, but I'll spend half on a penis enlargement.
Penis enlargement.
The problem you've got is stem cells ain't gonna magically get the tendon to sit back in its correct position. Like
I thought, like, it just grows like babies around it, like really tiny little babies, and then all the babies like that scene, like hi ho, it's off to a great dough with a peck and a spade and a hand grenade, and then they just like make like they're like making new packs and that, and like pass them around some Scooby spliffs, and then they just rebuild like your whole like shoulder.
I'd love to see the MRI scan of that.
That mate, true story.
Well, with the stem cells, must be working because Flex Lewis has been watching his recently, and he's gone from 202 pounds up to 203.6 now. I think, or 236 or
236.
203.6.
203.6. Wow.
203.6, massive.
20,036. That is some poundage.
But apparently, and what Neil was saying, that obviously when he's training now, he's finding obviously his rhythm back and everything. Now everything's coming back into place with everything after post surgery. So Seems to be working for him.
It's kind of exactly what would happen to me, apart from none of my gains would ever come back, and I'd die.
Thing is, though, is obviously with Flex, it's different. Like the stem cells are there to help his joints. Like he didn't actually like tear a tendon off. So if you think about a pec, right?
Yeah.
Well, I've done it. Look, so the tendon is supposed to sit around here. You snap it, it sits there. Like you can put stem cells all you fucking want. It's not going to wander its way back into your fucking shoulder.
I told you, mate. Hi ho, hi ho.
Little babies.
Little baby. I can't. Every time everyone says stem cells, I can't help thinking like this image of like little pods, like the Matrix, of like little babies, like just in the shoulder, just like morphing into muscles. But I imagine that's probably not what happens, which is a shame. But then also, I remember being young and people talking about growth hormone. I was like, yeah, I'm going to grow like my fucking hands and my eyelids. It's going to be sick.
Thicker eyelids.
No extra eyelids. Look,
I'm glad your eyes haven't grown.
The normal amount of eyelid.
Where did we go wrong?
The fuck. The show. We were talking about the show.
So Lewis Breed's obviously turned pro now. What do you see him doing now? He hasn't talked about it, obviously, it's just today.
I think he'll have a sit down for a minute.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll go straight into a pro show personally, but
he's in his 30s though, isn't he?
He's younger than me. That's all I know.
The thing is, though, he's been going at this for a very long time, isn't he?
Yeah, it might have been his ultimate goal.
Is he in the position to take a year off, and will he make significant progress within that year to then step on a pro stage? I think he's been training for that long that he might not be in a position to be able to do that. So, like you said, it might be a goal of his just to do a show. So
yeah, I mean, but that's how goals get out of hand. You know, like everyone first start off, I'll just do one show, and then maybe I want to win a show, I want to win an overall, I want it, and then it like advances, doesn't it? So maybe when his feet touch the pro stage, he'll want to hit a top. Bodybuilding always gets you that way, doesn't it? It's like
he was only 105 kilos, wasn't he? Weighing in.
Really?
Yeah. So I mean, obviously, don't be wrong.
But isn't that?
That's still over the 212 cap.
That's over 212, isn't it?
Yeah, no, obviously it's like 230 odd, isn't it?
But do you reckon he could look good as a 212?
No.
Because he's going to be like, think about other short guys in the supers. We're talking like Bonac, like, or Florian. Although Florian did really badly at his last show. You know the guy Florian I'm talking about?
Yeah, French guy, yeah.
And he came like flat last, although all of his Instagram pictures make him look amazing. And then it just didn't really.
Just trust in his genetic shape to carry him, just didn't diet.
Yeah. He was like, I'm going to be fine. Yeah. I do sometimes think that Bonac doesn't do that either. I think he is a genetic anomaly. I think that's probably, although Neil didn't say anything like this, I'm just like kind of assuming that that's where they fell out. It's good.
Well, that was one thing that we didn't ask Neil about, but I guess we probably won't.
No, we did ask him about Bonac.
Did you ever watch the video? Did you ever watch the video, the Bonac video?
Yeah, where they were calling him out.
Yeah, like walking up and down his house, like swearing about him and stuff. Look, Dan, what are you doing?
What shit Goebbels was that? Sorry.
Bring the hurt. Bring the hurt.
Bring the fucking hurt.
But no, in terms of Breed, I think he'll probably try and jump straight in, really.
Track him.
Well, Dan, what would you do? What would you do?
If I
turn pro this year, what are you going to do?
Yeah, I'll probably do a pro show just in case I die. Like
I was going to say, you'll probably die, so you need to get out of the way.
Yeah, I think I have to take every opportunity.
Dan, have you got a mouse in your house?
What's going on?
Abe's got a squeaky toy. Oh, chicken, what you doing, boy?
That could be a problem, Dan. That could cause some problems if Abe's rolling around with a squeaky toy.
And I think he's not. Oh, Abe.
He's winding him up now.
No.
Leave it.
It's the only time you'll hear Dan like actually talk soft is when he's talking to his dogs.
Abe.
Oh, baby.
I hope they're my fucking babies.
They're babies.
Oh, I had a nice time. They played with my mate's American Bulldog and they beat the shit out of each other. It was nice.
Nice. Bet on?
That's what they need. What else happened at the show? Victoria won a pro card, even though everyone was saying she's too big and too hard looking. The thing is it shows they have these categories and they put what they want to happen, and then people come and change the game.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, if she was the best on the stage of that day, they have to give it to her, don't they? So,
Well, that's exactly it.
yeah.
So it also happened in the pro show for the Pittsburgh. So in the Pittsburgh Pro, the wellness division there was Angela Borges and Urishna and a bunch of other fucking crazy looking women. Like fucking, they look like Sentians or what the ones with the horse bottoms.
Centaurs, yeah.
Centaurs. Like
That's a great.
Another one. Have you got another one?
one?
And he's like knitted a new one. I don't know what's happened. So, like, and then one of the other girls was whinging about, I brought exactly what they asked for and stuff. And I was like, yeah, but when you've got Angela Borges, who like is the wellness like goat, she turns up, she just changed the game.
Yeah,
like on the day, they're like, okay, we were looking for this, but that just looks nuts. So that's why I'm like, people are getting really into like feedback and stuff like that, but someone can be so good that they just change the game on the day. So you just got to bring the best your vision of your category. And then if you can make it so good, they'll just switch, because when you just see something that's just put together, like, and I don't know if anyone knows Angela from that. Obviously, like, I'm into wellness because Ellis is into is into wellness. Don't get me wrong, everyone loves a badunkadunk. But you see that and Urishna, and they just look insane. It's just impressive. Like
that Urishna on Instagram looks unbelievable.
I mean, something is fucked. It
shows how good Borges is, because she looks unbeatable on Instagram. She looks insane, and then she comes in second, doesn't she? So.
Yeah, but Angela is wellness. Like, she's been doing it for fucking, like, she is it. So everyone's tried to dull it down from the Brazilian look. And then, one or two shows in, we're straight back to where it was. They told everyone to get smaller and stuff. And now Angela, who's actually, like, half horse, half woman, like, they're just like, oh, well, that looks like, fuck it. Fuck whatever we asked for. That's definitely it. And so it would just happen like that. It was like the female bodybuilding. They were like, right, we're going to get rid of female bodybuilding. Everyone, downsize everyone. One show, the fucking Russian wins it, who's like 400 pounds of mass. And like, everyone's like, weren't we trying to? And they're like, ah, fuck it. They did it with bodybuilding as well with the Blade. And they were like, everyone's like getting too big and like big guts. So they gave it to Dexter. Because he was sharp and he was, trying to bring it back, and then fucking, how many, that was 2008. A couple of years later, we're back to it, and now we've got Big Ramy. So it's like,
yeah. So we've gone like 2 years. We've gone from Roden to Ramy.
Yeah, but I'm nothing against Roden, but no.
No,
I reckon Roden could do Ramy.
No.
Then you've smoked some crack. There's no other explanation.
I reckon he could.
For your mate. I'd love for that to happen. For how, I don't know. I would like Brandon Curry's amazing, but I think he's like quite old and his legs couldn't get that 3D effect. So I thought that was a weird Olympia. I think Roden was a weird Olympia. I think he's good. He's put together well.
Yeah,
but he has weaknesses. You can't have weaknesses. Like Roden's got like no triceps, which is another show that people aren't injecting loads of oil at the Olympia, because otherwise Roden would just have massive triceps. Like they just have oil bags.
Well, the truth is, Roden only won because Heath was off. Do you know what I mean? He would never have won that if Heath was a little bit more on,
but there wasn't a lot more to play with. I mean, I don't know. This is obviously in the past. That was not a good Olympia.
No.
I mean, if obviously these are the best of the best, and everyone, you know, could say, "Oh, you're shit." Yeah, I'm not an Olympian, and so I'm speaking as a fan perspective for the greatest in the world. For me, as a fan, that wasn't a great Olympia.
Yeah.
They're all amazing, like athletes, but as the best of the best, I think when doing another circuit, I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen after Ramy. Like, what the fuck can you do with that? How can you beat that? Got beat him at his own game show. You just come in, fucking £400. The only person that can do that is Ryan. So we've got to get Ryan better so that he can be on stage at £500.
There's Rowley's making a comeback this year. Is he making a comeback?
Winkler.
Yeah, but
I don't know. I
he's
always remember
the only one that could match him mass wise.
Yeah,
that's all I'm thinking with mass. Like,
if he basically did what Ramy just did, which was basically die in a bush diet wise, like Big Ramy was eating 50 grams of carbs for like weeks. Can you imagine what that feels like at like £300? Like, he was doing 2 hours of cardio. Like, one of his meals was just a protein shake. Can you and it took that, you know, to like dial him in. Like, if Rowley could do that, but I just remember seeing all the old videos of Rowley and Grandma, like back in the day, and he's whinging all the time. Grandma's like,
Grandma, I'm tired.
Yeah,
I'm tired, Grandma.
Yeah, and then she's just like, you've got to eat the diet, and he's like just blatantly not doing any of it. But if he could go and just die, like Ramy did, then yeah, I reckon he could. Like, because he's never really been in condition.
Nope.
Maybe this will be the push he needs.
I think that's the issue with the camps over in like Dubai and stuff like that. That they're a bit too soft on them, maybe, or they try and keep them as full as possible and stuff like that. Which is why Ramy never got to where he could have. And
I was thinking about that about Ramy, and actually, I think the reason he couldn't get properly in condition, he hadn't been training long enough. Like, he actually like blew the fuck up like so fast, but it was all like new tissue, and I don't know. You can't condition new tissue in the same way. It's like people who start off competing, like, you know, and they say, I was holding water or whatever, and they seem to have that film over. It's just like, no, your muscle's new. And so it's really susceptible to breakdown when you're dieting and stuff. You'll never get that hard condition if you've only been training for like 3 years. It just won't look like that. You know, especially in the females. You can't condition what's not fucking there. Loads of fucking people on 5,000 milligrams of Deludinable, like, running around into their first show. It's unreal.
You should bottle that shit.
But I reckon a little bit of extra maturity on Ramy's is what brought him that condition as well.
Should we move on to the questions? This is going to take us some time.
We've actually got more than one question.
Yeah, there were a couple of good ones.
Oh, fucking hell.
What we got?
So we just leave.
Can you snort cream of rice? Yeah, fuck it, do it. Go on. Send us your video.
Oh, he's seen a seagull that's 300 miles away. What's this here? Oh, look at that. Oh, that's good.
Dan, would you snort cream of rice?
Would I snort it?
Yeah, would I go?
It would just be a bit bungy uppy, wouldn't it, really? I'd rather snort like anything else. Can you snort it? You can snort anything, mate.
Yeah, you can do it.
You put your mind to it. I once did half a line of gerbil.
First question. What is your preferred weekly training split? We've kind of answered that, haven't we?
Well, I thought, well, we skipped one of these.
Hey? No, there's one.
Favourite British gyms?
Yeah, no, this is the top one here. We go way down. So we got...
Well, that's what's happening.
Oh, there's more at the top as well, John, isn't there?
Oh, that's the top.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's...
All right.
What is your preferred training split?
Dan, I know you were only training, 3-4 days a week before? 3 days?
3. Well, with an active rest day where I like train some abs and some calves.
I bet that's a sight.
Yes.
So you have those 3 sessions. Do you are they the same session every week, or do you have like an A and B kind of
Well,
rotation?
no, I don't have an A and B. Like, so before the lockdowns and stuff, I was doing a 4-day split. So I was doing like push, quads, pull, hams. Yeah, so that was a 4-day, but doing it over 3. So the days like rotate. So I train everything every 10 days. Then when we got put into lockdown, obviously my kit was limited. So I just turned it into push pull legs.
Okay.
And then I came out and kept that for a bit. And then what I'm playing around with now to see whether I can do it like on
legs
on prep is push legs, pull legs.
Oh.
On a 3-day training week. So I would train every upper body part every 10 days and then every lower body part every sort of 4 to 5 days. Now, because I think of your recovery as like a cup, if I separate those upper bodies, maybe I can recover enough to actually train legs more frequently.
If you carry on like that, you could potentially do it like upper body once a month.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Well, yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I'm not in a position to actually like really grow that much. At the beginning of my prep, I hate the term like growing into a show or whatever, but the beginning part of prep, I usually push up before I then pull down. So there's a scope for it, but also a scope for keeping the legs like full and like flushed. I do find it hard to connect with legs. So I was thinking one session like heavy, like normal, you know, no drop sets and stuff like that. Maybe start with a press or a safety squat or something like that. And then on the second day, do like a focus, like feel, like contraction, more drop sets, and maybe some exercises that don't fuck my head up. So I'm not thinking about numbers and try and think about feel and stuff. And I did one of those today, and it was a bit different. And kind of, I don't think getting a pump and stuff like that, like chasing a pump and all that, is beneficial, like necessarily. But I'm spinning like a new idea, and I think also if I'm doing high rep stuff one time, then strength the other, I think we are hitting different fibers, so the potential to recover, like, it's a theory.
Was that the split squats?
That was some split squats, yeah.
I did see.
Which are fucking hard, actually.
Yeah.
Actually, I did that split squat, and then my back leg, as I went down, like crunched something horrific at my insertion in my hip.
Oh.
So I thought I'd actually just ripped my quad off, but someone was filming, so I thought, wow.
Carry on.
I better do another couple. Yeah, so I was trying those out. I'm just spinning ideas for when the hammer drops, basically.
I've just got this picture in my head, Dan, one day that you're just going to keep like lowering the frequency to like, and you're just going to be like, oh, fuck, I forgot to train.
You're one session a month and then you just forget.
It's all just a recovery thing. Like, if I could train more, I would, and I would like it, but I don't know. I mean, part of it's to do with the way that I train, and the philosophy behind that is you can't train a lot. You can't.
Surely you're not testing max numbers when you start a prep. So obviously you stay relatively high, but surely your methods towards training change a little bit in a prep to allow you to train more frequently, to allow that calorie output. Because if you train that much less, then surely your calorie intake must be fucking dust.
No, I don't change anything. Never have. Whatever I do, like basically in the off season, I do it in prep. I've never changed training for prep ever.
No, I know, but
well, no, not ever. No, that's not true. At the beginning, I upped the reps so that I could get more ripped, and it did fuck all. Like at my first like go, I was like, I'll do higher reps, so then I'll get ripped. The thing is obviously, yeah, you're only training 3 days a week. Maybe on your off days you could potentially do more cardio, but I burn through calories anyway. So trying to like get, I didn't really need to worry about that. My food's not really going to dip much below 3,000 ever, like anyway. So like, and right the way through prep, I'm only really even looking forward to my next meal like 6 weeks out.
Yeah, like, I think you're that's you being the exception there. I think from what Johnny was saying, for other people, someone that's maybe doesn't need the same calories that you do, the fact that they're training so infrequently their output's going to be way down, so they're going to have to diet on a lot lower food. But you're a different case there, aren't you? And I think you're frozen.
Yeah, I think he's a frozen case. Fucking hell, literally frozen.
I think it's just too. It looks like he's too many numbers in his head. He just looked down and just melted.
Oh, for fuck.
But anyway, if we return back to the question on splits, so Johnny, you run a bro split, don't you?
Yeah, or a pro split, however you call it.
Pro split.
Well,
Dan's gone. He's left.
all the pros do that split, so
it is fair enough. Like, to be fair, I have debated it, and what I say is that I think the split is regardless. I think you can grow on anything as long as you're applying, and you can apply maximal effort.
Yeah.
When I say you can apply, that means that you are recovered enough from the previous session. So I think any split can work, because all it requires is that you're making progress all the time. Maybe one might be more optimal than the other, but I think you can make progress on whatever you're doing, as long as you're pushing it.
if I'm being totally honest, I don't.
Yeah.
I do it because I enjoy it.
Yeah.
What the f-
Oh,
that happened in my redundancy
he's back,
meeting.
boys. Shush. He's back.
It literally, that happened in my redundancy meeting this week, and I had to come back on. I'm sorry, how far ahead you got?
They were threatening to sack you, and went, oh fuck it, I'm out of here.
Yeah, I was like, fuck you, bitches, and spin. But no, and then I came back. I was like, sorry.
Definitely leave that bit in the podcast.
Yeah, fuck it. It's only a hobby. I'm getting made redundant anyway, so I don't give a shit.
Are you? No way.
Well, I'm definitely getting made redundant from this company. It's whether another company picks me up. But if they Google me, then I'm fucked anyway. So, the answer to the question is,
Me too. They'll be your fact.
yeah, the key is to never meet them.
Yeah.
The comment you're saying about for me, because my calories are, can remain high and stuff like that. If you're not me and your calories are generally low and you don't need lots of food to grow and stuff, you're probably able to train more anyway because you can recover from it. So
yeah,
it's like a two-way, like sort of thing. I'm not saying that I'm like unique or whatever, but people moving the other way, are probably able to train more. We've had people on here training 6 days a week. I don't believe you could do HIIT training 6 days a week. It's not designed like that. And I never enjoyed training like that anyway. I mean, I can remember the 90s, people were training twice a day.
Yeah.
Like training once in the morning and once in the evening. I don't think that they were doing Dorian Yates's training twice a day.
I played that on a prep just because I hated cardio that much. But it was like the premise was that I would do sort of the blood flow work and then the heavier stuff in the night. But after a couple of weeks, your body just gets too fatigued. So it's, it is a difficult one to manage.
Yeah, I was never in with a chance of that.
The difference
that's what I've got.
Is you walk around as well a lot heavier than the average person. So, I mean, your calorie output just from day-to-day life is probably a lot more than most as well. So there is that to be considered.
Yeah, my calorie burn just existing is high.
And your obviously mental state, like if you're mentally a bit fucked,
your brain is constantly running, so that requires calories. So
yeah, I mean, I do I'm not sitting on my sofa all the day. I take the dogs out a lot and stuff. Like I've got a job and like I walk, like around. I get the bus to work, so I have to walk to the bus stop. Like I'm not just sat on my ass and stuff. So I do like get a few, I get the steps in, as they say now. But yeah, if you can train and recover from it, I personally don't believe in changing your training for prep. And I tried it in the early days and it did fuck all. If that's the thing that built you the muscle, I believe it's the thing that will keep it. That's my thought process on that. Now, if you're worried about an injury, and stuff like that. And what the thing is, once you're like, if you're like 4 weeks out, you're fucked anyway. So you're not training, you're just going in and just doing whatever the fuck you can, really, aren't you? Like, I don't know what most people are like. Everyone's like, yeah, I stay strong all the way through prep. I do until about 4 weeks out, and I turn to shit. Like, so my strength is wank. Like 2 weeks out, like I'm just going in and moving stuff. But my aim is to not get weaker. But yeah, not doing anything dangerous. But I'll still go past failure, still do drop sets, but I'm not trying to like max out like anything. And usually if there is a little niggle or something, I will like leave it rather than off season. I'm like, fuck it, snap the tendons off and fucking hard. You are more susceptible to an injury in a calorie deficit for sure, when your body fat's lower. Yeah. And for everything else, there's Voltarol, which I'm allergic to, and I shit blood. That's a true story.
Fuck's sake.
And then, yeah, so Johnny, we touched you on pro split. What about you, Garrett?
My split, I mean, going back into training fully, as in the normal routine now, it's going to be quads and calves on a Monday, I think followed by back and tries Tuesday, Wednesday rest day, chest and biceps Thursday, and then I think hams, calves Friday, and delts Saturday, rest on Sunday. So that's the way I'm doing it. This is going off my previous sort of plan as well, though. So I mean, I haven't really finished that initially yet, and I want to bring it.
When do you do your vacuums for #Classic?
It'll be a while yet.
Every day.
All day, every day.
It's going to be a while yet. Yeah. But
2 days in a row anymore.
What's that?
You don't do legs 2 days in a row anymore.
No, we ain't doing that.
I tell you what I did get.
Oh,
have you seen these?
Yeah, they look painful.
Oh, look at Dan. #blessed with the plug.
#blessed. No word of a lie.
So
if you are trying to get midsection control, I got.
Can we have a demo, Dan?
Some of the other ones. Yeah, but my midsection's disgrace. And I found that I couldn't hold it in because my psoas was like fucked. And I don't know if you are chasing a vacuum, which I'm fucking not. I just don't want to look like I'm pregnant. Like I did find digging it out like was a real thing, didn't actually help. And I was completely skeptical. But I put on my story like, has anyone else heard about it? And they contacted me and was like, oh yeah, it's really useful. And I was like, well, I don't believe you. And they were like, oh fuck it, we'll send you one. And it does actually work. Like I'm not on like an endorsement of a thing. I just have.
I was waiting.
Well, actually, what they said was like, oh, we pick a randomly selected person to receive a free one. I was like, cool. How do I know if I'm randomly selected? And they went, congratulations, you've been randomly selected. I was like, yes. Every time when you were a kid, like ringing up Live and Kicking or SMTV Live, you never got lucky enough to get on.
I get it, but I don't think them two get it. They're too young.
Oh, they're too young. Well, like it's like Blue Peter badge level psyched, which also you won't know. Shit.
No, I know Blue Peter. We're good.
But yeah, SMTV Live was like the kids program in the morning, and I'd fucking sneak right to the phone when my mum wasn't looking. I'm like, yeah, my name's Dan. I'll fucking send me the stuff. Yeah, my name's Dan. I'll fucking send me the stuff. And I never
my name's
ever.
Dan, I'm friends with Jimmy Savile.
Yeah. I'll fax it over to you now. Barrymore's my mum. Anyway, yeah, if you're having problems with a horrendous gut like I do, that did actually help. To be fair, I've been shit with it recently, but when I did do it, it did help.
Is it painful?
Yeah, it's painful, yeah.
Yeah, it does look painful when you see people eat it. But so Jack,
you have to just lie on it and then you just lay it on the floor. Like
Jack, what's your split, pal?
Because I'm the natty, it's got to be push-pull legs. I don't know why every natural adopts that, to be honest. I did bro split for a very long time. Obviously, we had Chris McCready on the other day who does bro split as well. So, Dan, you missed what I was saying whilst you had your little freeze. But I was essentially saying that I think regardless of what split you do, as long as you're recovering from it and progressing, anyone works really.
Yeah.
So at the moment, for me, I do a push-pull leg split. I do 3 on, 1 off, with 2 rotations of each, so that the exercises are different for each one. But
Which rotation has the ones where you cry on them?
cry on the most, or
Is
Definitely the first one, isn't it?
is that penned in? Well, the thing is as well, when you're on prep, do you put more of them in because of the calorie expenditure of the tiers and stuff?
I haven't factored that in actually. All the
Yeah, you wanna
water,
think
all the
about-
water
you're
loss, so
losing
I would need to
fucking-
consume more, and electrolytes potentially.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Jack wouldn't know. He hasn't competed since 2017, so
Oh, blah 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 blah. blah.
That's true. Hashtag we're tired.
then he retired.
When was your last time, John?
2019, I did the British Grand Prix with 2 bros.
Yeah.
I got third.
Oh wow, yeah, I completely forgot that.
Was
Is
this,
your vagina?
was that the prep we did new cardio for, John?
Oh, that was 2017, the best luck I've had to date, probably. But I started the prep
Mate, honestly,
position than I've done previously. 2018 was a write-off. That was the year, ironically, Dan turned up at the Welsh, and I was the worst I've ever looked. So not only that, I had Dan turn up looking fucking enormous and shredded, and I was like way off the money. But yeah, 2017 was probably my best look. 2019, I pushed down to the heavies because they they increased the heavyweight category to 102 kilos. And I'm generally only like 103 or 104. But I pushed myself down too hard and just didn't recover the fullness. And I probably should have won the heavies. But yeah, there was some politics there, but let's not go into that.
Oh, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, but it was previous fed, John, so you're not going to get in trouble for it.
Well, it was like I was backstage and that Warren Booty, who does the heavies, he was like talking to the judges. "Oh, see you." They were doing international shows. "I'll see you out there. We're traveling together. We're staying together." And then he turns out and wins the class. And don't be wrong, it was apples and oranges between me and him. But the boy who came second wasn't even close. He didn't even have hamstrings. But yeah, my feedback was that I had an asymmetry issue and I should work on my chest. I was like,
Did you ask
Isn't
him
that
to
the
fund
same
it?
thing? Isn't that the same thing?
"What do you mean?"
Well, like you've got a symmetry issue. You should work on your. Isn't that both chest related?
No, you've got an asymmetry. Asymmetry.
So it's like
Asym.
Yeah.
when you asymmetrical is obviously like one side is
No,
obviously,
I know what it fucking means. I'm just saying that the 2 bits of feedback are just you've got a pec tear.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck them. Stupid cunts. Well, I never asked for feedback. Bollocks. Just, you have to oh mate, I can't even talk about this, but you've got to pay for your feedback now. Because you only allowed your feedback if you have to send an official photo for your feedback. So in order to get your feedback, you have to have had the photos.
Yeah, the best part is the lads who were in my class at that show. We all paid individually for the photos, and we had the same set of photos sent to us.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, we should have saved ourselves some money.
bastards.
Yeah. Fuck that. I don't know. I have a problem with feedback, not just because I don't think I think what they would tell you on the day is like real, but things change, and I just think if you chase something, like you just should have your own vision and chase your own vision of what you're trying to bring, and just at a point try and make your vision so much better than anyone else's that it doesn't matter if it's not exactly what they wanted.
Yeah, it might be the reason why you lost on the day, but then a couple of weeks later, it might be a completely different scenario and not be relevant.
I'm on the same page as Dan generally, but I wanted to know if it was my pec. So the fact that it was my pec means that I just won't compete there again. Obviously, NABA don't seem to mark me down as heavily, and PCA not quite as much. The 2 bros, they may as well have scratched my name off the fucking scorecard. Don't be wrong, I didn't come last, but you know what I mean? When you lose into people who you're probably winning, sort of 90% of the poses, regardless of your asymmetry issue. Do you know what I mean? If you're winning just on the fact that you're losing just on the fact that you've got a torn pec, you might as well just fucking not bother.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So, next question.
Did you see what the UK BFF put out on their page the other day.
No.
You know how they used to have these really strict rules that you can't compete with any other fed? You know, they bottled it this year and basically said, we're withdrawing that and you can compete with any federation you want. And they put it down to COVID.
Basically, they're going under and they need someone to come and do their show.
Mate, the only reason the UKBFF were allowed to be fucking Nazi Germany was because they had the pro card, and so no one could argue with them because they were like fucking Jesus. Do you know what I mean? Now they don't have it. They have an IFBB elite card, which no one cares about.
Fridge magnet.
Like now they don't have that. Now they need to just play nice.
Serious question. What's more prestigious, the IFBB Elite or the NABA Pro Card?
Wait, I mean, I'm not even gonna answer it. I'm not gonna answer it.
Well, I think
who the fuck is it?
Half decent money in the Elite though.
Where are the shows? Where are the shows? Where are they?
They're all in Europe. They're like European shows.
Nothing over here.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, there's not a lot of NABA pro shows, and the bank for NABA pro shows isn't exactly like a Hadouken. But I don't know. Like, because I'm kind of into British bodybuilding, I haven't seen any British bodybuilders winning like a pro elite card that have looked particularly terrifying in recent years.
No, there's that one lad who's part of that regen. What's his name again? Let me just find him now.
What British guy?
Yeah, he's really good. He posted a thing on earlier today, so I'll probably find him in a sec. David Henderson. Have you heard of him?
I've heard that name.
I'll show you if I can bring his page up.
Is he on Insta? Give him a nice plug.
I'll have a quick look. But he's toying with the idea of switching over to two bros. But he's like one of them people who's like diehard IFBB Pro Elite fucking people. Let me just share that I've managed to find him. There he is. So that's him there.
Yeah, I think I know.
And he's got, honestly, fair play to him. He's got a superb shape on him. You can see he's got all the right sort of round muscle bellies and small joints.
Yeah, he'd certainly be up there in sort of the amateur leagues. He'd be pushing for a pro card over here, definitely.
Yeah.
For sure. Oh yeah, go on. I'll take it again. Yeah,
I'm looking at him now. Yeah, he's good. I mean, he's under 90.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
He'd be like 212 probably, would he?
Yeah.
But
yeah, maybe he looks. Yeah, he looks a bit tall for a 212.
Yeah, but he seems to, considering he's 190, he still looks big and full. You know, so you can't
until you put him next to Pro 212.
Yeah, I suppose so. So
maybe it works better for him. I mean, like I think Neil was saying about it, like once you've kind of maxed out or you're in a certain niche and division and stuff, you need to keep yourself in an area where you can be competitive.
Yeah.
If you want to compete, you know, and sometimes moving into the two divisions of the IFBB, you're like slapped in the middle somewhere, and like it might fuck you up a bit.
Well, that's kind of Lewis Breed is at the moment, isn't it?
I mean, yeah.
Like he's an open bodybuilder, and he's never going to make 212 in my mind. But you know, he's probably a bit on the light side for the open. So where'd you go, innit?
Yeah. I mean, fuck knows. But yeah, that's like that's the difficult game of being kind of on the cusp. I mean, a lot of people whinge about being, you know, a little bit too tall or whatever. At least that puts you definitely in one place.
Yeah. Right, so let's move on to the next question. Favorite British gyms to train at? So, G, you go first. I know you probably haven't been around that.
I haven't been around many gyms, especially around the UK. Like, obviously travel around it, but never been around them. But I mean, I suppose looking at Ultraflex, that is looking like one of the best gyms in the UK.
Which one?
Durham, is it? Or Rotherham, sorry, Rotherham.
Dan, which ones have you trained at? The
Or
Ultraflexes.
what? Which Ultraflex is?
Yeah.
Hull, Durham, and Rotherham.
What did you
like
rank them?
Well, I think Durham's the best because it's got all of Amph Bale's relics in it, like refurbed.
Yeah.
So like it's got like the Nautilus, it's got the Mark 1 like Cybex, it's got the Mark 1 leg press Cybex, it's got all of the things that Amph like selected for his quite small bespoke gym all in there, and then everything else as well. So it's blended like new and old.
And I think if Dan McNabb turns up to Ultraflex Rotherham or at 5 o'clock on a Monday, he's fucking taking people's heads off because.
Is it? Yeah. I mean, I've not been there like in the evening. I went and trained. Yeah, I've been to Rotherham a couple times and trained with Cuba and that, and the gym is phenomenal. Obviously, like Cuba gets a good say in like the kit. He knows what he's doing. It's got like lots more. It's got Atlantis stuff. It's like mostly like newer gen stuff. I just think that Durham has the edge because it's got the whole feel of like the old school, not the feel necessarily, but all the old school kit that Amph collected, as well as all the new stuff. I think that gives it.
It's got the hardcore corner, isn't it?
It's got hardcore corner with the Nautilus and stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm like proper into that. But just for kit wise, it's got old and new, and whereas Rotherham's got all of the best stuff now, I think it just like Durham gives the edge. But I'm biased anyway because Ant's my crew, and that's usually where I meet them all. So, but anything like down south is Trojan in Bristol. Dean White's just opened his new facility.
Yeah, that looks really good. Actually,
Falcon Fitness, that looks really good.
Yeah.
I'm going to go and check it out like soon. Ultraflex Hull. Like I had a look around, but it was like had a late session. It was like it was dead. Also, it was a bit COVIDy and stuff. And they've got all the bits. Huh?
No, sorry, I was going to say, isn't there rumours that they're opening in Manchester as well?
There is going to be a new location, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the thing is, obviously, whoever Charlie teams up with to make the Ultraflex, Charlie is always going to make it like an absolute, like fucking prestige training facility. That's always going to happen, no matter who he matches with, and each one of them is partnered with a different person that adds that personality. I think that the design of it and the business like idea that Charlie had around it, and then personalizing it with partners is just fantastic. And I think that's why it's done so well. That's why it's the pioneering, like fastest growing gym chain in the country. And it's like bespoke, hardcore, the best, as well as being commercially available. Charlie's a clever guy. He knows what he's doing.
I think what makes them so good is that they're obviously bodybuilder gyms. Everyone knows that they're bodybuilder gyms, yet they're still kept, really well maintained, really clean, all the new kit that you associate with more of like a health club kind of thing. So they're almost like a bodybuilder's health club, which is like awesome.
It's got all the perks. They've all got physio. Yeah. A lot of them have got physio centers, or even like a barber's, or there's lots going on. So you can go there. It's like they can look after everything, and they're not just like a buy-in shit physio from nowhere. These guys are like serious. Rotherham, and Durham. I don't know like too much about like Leeds, which was like the founding centre, I believe. Mm-hmm. But yeah, if you're Bristol, like then it's Trojan if you're this side, and then if you're the other side of Bristol, then it's LA Gym, which are both fantastic. LA Gym's been around since fucking like forever. My mum used to do judo like above it, like it's been there since the dawn of time. Like, and they've got some real relics, like the old flex kit.
Yeah,
seeing like some of those got some of those, like the leg press and the hack, the same leg press that's in Gold's Gym, Venice. Some proper relics. And then Trojan's just like, everything's handpicked, and usually I do get a little bit of a say in it.
I think one of Trojan's massive selling points is its atmosphere. I think like, and in terms, sorry, what's I forgot his name. You're the owner.
Matty.
Pardon?
Matty.
Yeah, Matty. Like he comes around the gym, and if he sees someone like getting ready for a big set, he'll like come over with the phone and like put it on the story, the gym story. Like he encourages all of it. Like he loves everything about the gym and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think that makes a massive difference. You know, I've been in gyms. Like a lot of people know that I've got banned from multiple gyms. Like I've been in gyms where I've been afraid to get up for a set because like I might get thrown out or like have a pardon.
Pacific.
No, I wasn't actually referring to Pacific actually.
That was definitely.
Huh?
That was definitely one of them.
It wasn't. Now that you've brought it up, upon reflection, now and again, I was slightly curious, but this was a lot worse in previous gyms. But like I should sort of refrain from getting up for big sets, whereas when I was in training in Trojan, like it was almost like encouraged, you know. And like I was training there last year in the summer, so the sun was blaring. You'd walk in, they'd have drum and bass blaring as soon as you walked in. Like it's a great atmosphere down there.
Yeah, you'd have to like actually like be a proper cunt to get banned, and it wouldn't be training related. You'd have to like, you know, cunts aren't tolerated in there. Like, but that's it. As if it's to do with your training, do fucking anything. Throw up on the bar, then lift it, and have a nosebleed. As long as you clean up or it's soaking into the floor, no one really minds.
Love it.
I don't have like a favorite gym and such because I'm probably alongside Geraint. I tend to just have my spot, and that's my spot. But I think for us as a podcast, the long-term goal is to go to Vegas and do the Flex Lewis's new gym. That's got to be on the bucket list.
Yes.
So
fun,
yeah, like, share, subscribe.
Yeah, keep doing all them. And we can go Vegas.
Fund me. Thing is, if I go to Vegas, I'm not going to do any training. I'm just going to get shit-faced.
We'll lose you out there.
Turn up at Dragon's Lair after being up all night. It's fucking bet my house on the fucking roulette table. Fucking, it's going to be sick.
But in terms of other gyms, because I've been to a few, Dan, I think you'd really like Flex and Tone in Manchester.
Yeah,
I think you'd really like that because it's a lot more old school. They've got a lot of hand-picked old stuff in there. That's a really cool gym, and they also love their drum and bass like you Bristolians. So love the bass. So that's good. But then on like the stark contrast of that, there's FLF in Manchester as well, which is like a pristine, like limited members. It's like a very limited members group, but they've got all the top of the range kit there. That's a very good facility. But yeah, and obviously I've been down the grow room for the past 3 weeks, and even though they're not in their original gym, they've still got a hell of a lot of kit there.
Yeah, that's true.
What is the deal with that then? I don't really understand it. Why are they in it?
There's one of the sunbeds caught fire last year, and it burnt. I think it burnt quite a bit of the place. So they, instead of just like closing, they moved everything into a tent just in front of it. So I think they're opening back up start of July, I believe.
Why don't they just tent? Imagine how cheap that would be.
Yeah, but it's not the same though. Like the gym, I think if you see pictures of the gym when it's actually in the gym, it's a sight to see, you know.
Yeah, I've tried. It's a little bit out of the way for me, and so I think I've trained there once, but it's got everything. It is a very good gym, and it has got some quirky stuff, some old school stuff that are what's it? There's like a standing bicep curl that's like on like the weight's on like a sliding lever. Yeah. So like the more you slide it along the lever, obviously the lever position ups the. They've got some really like interesting bits of kit, and then all the standard stuff like hacks and leg press and stuff like that, and just shit loads of plays. Yeah, that is a very good gym that I didn't mention. That's close to Bristol. I just don't it's just a little bit out of the way.
It's a bit too north for you, isn't it? Yeah.
Mm.
I think you said about obviously Ultra Flex, and you get your little say in there and stuff. Is there any sort of like, you know, are there any plans coming to build up Ultra Flex closer down towards our way, or?
Trojan, he meant saying the stuff in Trojan, nothing to do with Ultra Flex.
Oh, right, sorry.
But, they wouldn't let that dingbat have a say in it.
Fuck me.
I thought you meant as in with Anthony.
No, because I'm not anything to do with Ultraflex.
Right.
But yeah, there are plans to open many more Ultraflexes. So who knows? One day maybe I will be.
Because I think there was talks of over in Marbella with Dorian at one point, but I don't. That was a while ago, and nothing came. I don't think anything came with that.
Well, it didn't go well the last time.
I've got a feeling that Flex Lewis is going to open his is a franchise now, isn't it? So I got a feeling that, given that he's a diehard Welshman, that there's probably going to be one in Wales opened up at some point.
I think he has. I don't know where I heard it. He always said that it was one of his dreams to open a gym in Wales. So I'm sure, obviously, he's got the financial stability to do it now. So I don't see why he wouldn't really.
I spoke actually on that topic. I spoke to Neil again this week, and he's promised me again that he's going to speak to Flex. But,
well, that's the second time now.
Well, I actually didn't hassle him. I didn't hassle him because I spoke to Amp, and Amp's like Flex is a solid guy, and he does really mean it. He will say he's coming. He does really mean it, but he's just flat out. Yeah, and so it's very, very hard to pin down. So even if he said like he would, he does mean it. He's not trying to like actually slide it. He wants to do it, but he's got so much going on right now.
Yeah, especially with the gym just opening as well.
Yeah, so
no time
but one day.
I'm still going to ask though. I don't care if I'm being a pain in the bastard, but it's one of those ones. If we can get Flex on, I want Flex on. Simple as that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure he has. I'm sure he has asked him.
No, he hasn't yet. He admitted.
Has he not? I should have fucking messaged him. Me and him were having voice notes. We were like best mates.
Yeah.
So you thought?
And now he's like,
yes, I thought. And then Johnny was sliding in the DMs underneath me. Fucking. I'll be checking Ellis's phone later in case he's doing the same. Little fuck.
You know he's doing that.
Yeah.
I can't compete with a boxer.
There's been like 2 more since then. Some like pro MMA fighters, and I'm like, can you stop attracting these like double
all these hard blokes that you can't?
Yeah, I can't actually. I'm gonna have to actually shoot them. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't want to have to dig the shotgun up again. It's fucking probably rusty by now. But I've got nothing. Like in a fist fight, I'm fucked. Like double fucked.
Yeah, probably haven't thrown bombs since you've been 300 press, have you?
Mate, there's no fucking bombs throwing fucking cushions, like just pushes. It's like when people say, oh yeah, I bet people don't fuck with you. And I was like, I hope they don't, because I'll smash my face in a bracket because I'm fucking slow as fuck. Like, if I can get hold of them, maybe I can crush them. But other than that, mate, I'm fucking just a walking chin for them to fucking play with.
It's one of those ones, isn't it? You've got one, and if it lands, you're fine. If it doesn't...
Yeah, if it lands, they're dead and you're on a fucking murder charge. But if you don't, you're just going to get baps in your fucking chin. I remember on the door, I just used to, like, puff up, just duck my fucking chin in, like, so you can't get to it. And then actually, to be fair, after like 1,000 scraps or whatever, I never actually got knocked in from that solid technique of just traps up, chin in.
That's really
trying to get in.
That's why the traps are so big.
Yeah, right,
all the time.
Just like that, just fucking taking hits to the traps.
Brings all them lumps on your head as well.
What on earth? Where's my lumps? I'm talking about. I have got a lump here. If you've got a doctor, I've got a lump. If you could ring me and tell me I don't have cancer, that would be a weight off my mind. Literally, actually.
Literally.
I just like. Have you ever tried to get a doctor's appointment?
Yeah. It's like that Lee Evans sketch, isn't it? It's like you ring up the doctor and you're like, I think I'm going to be ill in 3 weeks' time. Can I?
Yeah, it is. It's just. and the person at reception is their personal life goal to not give anyone any access to the doctor.
Be the most
It's
awful
like-
person going.
Yeah, it's like the receptionist is in like a love triangle with the doctor and is trying to like control his life, and the doctor's just there with no patience, just like. And then she comes in and goes, "Oh, they're gonna come soon. Soon they'll be here." I was like, "Okay, thanks, Marjorie." And then she's like, "No." and then eventually the doctor starts getting so bored, he does procedures on himself just to keep himself entertained. He just gets a little turkey dinner under the door. What the fuck am I talking about?
It's Marjorie this week, it's not Sharon. Sharon's having a break this week. Sharon's having a break.
I wondered, like, always wondered if Dan ever looks at himself from an outside perspective. He just did it. He was like, "Stop! What the fuck am I doing?"
Next question.
I can see the ticker. I can see the ticker working. It just rolls, but there's never a stage where you like think about it. It's just continuous.
Oh, mate, no, there's not a filtration system. There's no consideration in there.
Okay, next question. If Jack was to go on cycle, what would the cycle be?
Mate, I'll
And
fucking hook
this
you
is
up,
the
mate.
reason why I don't go on cycle,
2 and 1.
because it would
What?
be
Because
would
if you
be
go on
all-
cycle,
Everything.
it would be everything. Yeah,
mate,
it?
I think that's a pretty good way to go.
yeah, pretty good way to go to die in 10 years.
All or nothing. You ain't gonna die, mate. Fucking, you'll be all right. And by the time you're old enough to die, they'll like the little baby thing will be happening in real life.
That's what Dan's
built in.
He'll get to like fucking 40 odd and he'll be like, "Fuck this, till I'm done it." And then he'll just,
Yeah. Where's my injectable babies? This is bullshit. I'm holding out for that.
No,
Okay.
but in all seriousness, I've answered that like because I do get asked it quite a bit, and I would like people know that I'm pretty all in. I'm pretty extreme in my attitudes. So, sorry, Dan, was that the smell or your attitude towards my answer?
Yeah, what the? Don't know, fucking nuts. Hold on.
Ah, so you in sample that.
You into that, are you, Dan?
I love how we had to smell it first because he's been putting in bottles around it.
That's questionable. Anyway, moving on.
So,
Yeah, so obviously being fairly extreme and all in my attitude, I think if you introduce that side of it, it would be a catastrophe, really. And people say, "Oh no, you'd be smart with it." There's no, I wouldn't.
I think you'd go to prison in about a week.
Yeah, that's another reason why.
Yeah.
I don't think you'd do very well in prison.
No, but he's full of Ronnie Pickering, isn't he, on the road? So
Yeah.
imagine him on a cycle. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
I'd love to have a car cam and it to be like filmed because it.
What? Just your general, mate? Make it happen.
Really?
Bash Bros.
Nah,
We can have a
'cause
segment at the end of Bash
I'd
Bros.
get arrested straight
Day
away.
in the life of Jack.
A car cam with us four in a mini.
Mate. No, you can put the dash cam and then just do it anonymously. Make your own, like an Instagram, like anonymously. It's just you, just fucking everyone off.
Just shouting all the usual shit.
Anyway, if this question did have a serious aspect and someone else was thinking about moving into the world of anabolics, always start soft.
Yeah, so I'd probably start with like 200 tests, 250 tests, something like that.
See, I would say don't even do tests first. I would say experiment with Anwar.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Thing is, right, is unfortunately a lot of these guys who are getting into bodybuilding now, they want the quick fix. And if you tell them about the orals, you'll tend to find they'll be on orals for the rest of their life with no real break, and they're damaging themselves. So I think my always go-to is the first thing is like Jack said, like always give them a fundamental understanding of the baseline of what you're trying to achieve, and then sort of tinker with the rest of it. But I mean, the problem is with a lot of people is they're naive enough to think that Anavar has 0 side effects. So they're like, oh, it's fine. I'll take 100 milligram of Anavar every day for the rest of my life. Oh, that's fine. I got no side effects.
Yeah.
But that's really not true. Like,
It's
so,
funny how the consideration of what we would tell people is based on everyone being a moron, and it's fucking accurate. It is accurate. Like the moron, like normal, like kind of percentage of the demographic is just outrageous. Like I get messages and I'm just like, I don't know how to even answer that. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh, my mate Steve said that, like, you know, if you do like micro dosing, so you just do like 100 milligrams like every fucking 5 hours or something, then it's like you get no side effects. I'm like, I mean, what, you're taking needles into work now, and that's like cool. This is the new females as well are micro dosing, and it just means that they do the same dose. Well, not always. Some people have used it and had relative success, but if it's in, it's in. And
Yeah.
unless the compound that you're using has a half-life of just a few hours, then you get build-up, and so you still grow a beard.
But there was that thing on. I know, obviously, Jack's probably going to cry because I mentioned him. The Form Police that they reposted that post, wasn't it, of a guy?
Oh, the guy recommending.
Yeah, he was like, "I'm
Oh,
full
that was bad.
condition. Can I still use this stuff and be safe?" And the guy wrote, "You can use it. It won't affect you. We'll recommend you 8 weeks cutting cycle, Masteron, Clenbuterol, and Winstrol. This cycle will help you burn fat and get shredded. Where are you located?" He said, "What, with no side effects? I have very high blood pressure." And he said, "No side effects. The product is farmer grade."
Oh, I remember seeing that.
Farmer grade. You got it down from the fields. It's farmer grade.
What was it actually spelled? Farmer.
Like, no, actually, it was spelled right, but still, it's not the point.
Yeah, no, because nothing else pharmaceutical has any side effects apart from everything.
Yeah. Fuck my life.
Yeah, I do remember seeing that and just being like, wow, you've actually told someone that the thing with anything in life is you don't get anything for free, ever. In anything in life. You do anything, you fucking smoke, you drink, you do something like what, you know, whatever. You might enjoy it, you know, you do a bit of it, like you will pay for that. Everything you have will be claimed in full at some point. It doesn't matter what the fuck it is, whatever you put in your body will be reclaimed at some point. You know, and if you don't get the basic mechanics of that, then you're a fucking moron and you need to reevaluate yourself.
On that basis, is Jack going to live forever?
Yeah.
He's like, does none of those things or anything.
Sorry, I love when Dan's having a ramble because I can see a light bulb goes on in your head and you lean towards it and you're about to go, so you do it every time.
Because I'm waiting for Dan to stop ranting something. Is that the end? I don't know. Yeah.
Well, but the obviously there is time, and time waits for no man. We need more time. And you're gonna fucking die. Everyone's gonna die. Sorry, it's coming. All right.
What was funny about that post was.
Huh?
What was funny about that post was the fact that bloke actually sells. He deals. So it was basically him telling him, "Oh, you can do all this. It's fine, and here's how much it costs." That's why he was doing it.
Yeah.
So.
Scumbag.
Pretty.
360 scumbag.
Yeah, pretty.
Next question.
So the next question.
If that guy was to die, surely there'd be repercussions. Well, I don't know. Would there be any repercussions on that?
Yes. If you sell someone a substance and they die and it's illegal, yes, definitely. Yes.
Personal choice.
Especially if they're able to show you a message saying it's definitely safe. Like I don't know. I think a lot of people as well. Like, I mean, obviously, I don't tell anyone to do steroids or whatever, but even with my coaching and like training, I make sure that my disclaimer is it's for entertainment purpose only. You know, if you hurt yourself training, it's just a joke. It's just a fun thing on a piece of paper. But yeah, I mean, I would never advise anyone to take any steroids. If someone said, I'm taking steroids, could you give me advice on the safest way to do it? I would do it. But my advice when anyone says, what steroids should I take, is always none.
Yeah.
So for someone to go, oh, is this safe? And someone to be like, yeah, there's no side effects. Like, that's nuts. That's scumbag stuff, trying to make money. That's a different thing. That's not someone trying to help you out.
So the next question is actually going to be one that probably take us a little while. Actually, I don't know if it will. It's going away. So,
shall I try and wrap it up in one sentence? We'll do 2 runs.
No. If you could have body parts on each of the hosts to create the ultimate Bash Bro bodybuilder, what parts and why? So,
mate, is there any way that we can draw this?
Draw it.
Yeah,
there's got to be a way that we can draw this.
If Johnny gets paint on his computer.
Yeah, Johnny, get paint up and we'll do it now.
Fuck off.
You fuck off. I'll do it then. Fuck off. Tell me to fuck off. I'm doing it right now.
We could get a viewer to do it.
Fuck off as well.
Oh, I love it.
We could get a viewer to do it. Get a viewer to draw it all
It's
up.
fucking happening now, mate. Don't stop me now.
You can tell the eyes are going. Dan McNabb is now host.
Right, okay. I'm gonna draw it up now.
Yeah, do it on screen.
You can.
Yeah?
Right, it's a good
All
start.
right.
What are you gonna do? Cut out body parts and put
Yeah,
all
so
together?
no, I'm just gonna draw them. So you
You put the best looking head on it, didn't you?
yeah,
Obviously.
well obviously that's me. So
Yeah.
all right, so what are we going for? Don't worry, you guys just do your thing, and I'll make an artist kind of representation, a bit like when someone's done a sex crime and they do a drawing.
Where did he touch you?
Yeah.
So, I reckon
We've done this in one episode.
it's going to be Geraint's head, isn't it? Because he's probably the best looking one out of all of us.
Okay.
Thanks for that.
That's the only
Appreciate that.
that's the only body part you get in mind.
You got a bit of back in it, man. Come on. Put my back on Johnny's legs with Jack's chest and Dan's head.
Oh, fuck off! That'd literally be the worst bodybuilder ever. It's fucking- that looks exactly like Geraint.
There we go.
That's bang on. That is bang on. I have got slugs for eyebrows. I do apologize.
Don't forget the beard as well.
It's going to be sharp.
Dan, I'm
Come on,
impressed
come on.
with this. You listened in IT in school, didn't you?
There we go. All right.
Look like
Come on,
Freddie
next. Come on,
Mercury.
quick fire.
It's got to be your traps, so they got
Yeah,
there's no neck.
Maybe shoulders as well.
Yeah, he's probably got your shoulders and your
He's got
trap.
the best shoulders, isn't he?
You got a straight line down. You need a squiggle one. You need
Shut
a
up,
squiggle one.
cunt. Right, there's the traps.
You can make circles by ear, Dan. You can
Shut up, mate. I'm the fucking artist. You do your job. Whose doubts are we doing here?
Yours.
Dan, we'll see delta and traps for you, Dan.
Sick. Got this.
Nice, man.
There we go.
Oh,
That's nice. Symmetry a little bit off, but
Shut up. This is perfect. You keep doing your thing, mate. I'm just here in the background.
right, Ryan Crowley and John Reed's pecs.
oh, fucking hell.
So basically, a pair of really symmetrical pecs then.
Well, I
Yeah.
didn't say they'd be the bad ones. It could have been the good ones.
All right. I'll draw Johnny's pet.
Oh, fuck off.
Here's Johnny's pack there. And then Ryan's one's over there as well. All right, sorted.
Fuck's sake. No, one's got to be bigger.
No, one's just further over.
I think we can.
Dan, why is he going to have 4 packs? What's going on here?
No, he's not. These are his packs. They're just far away from the insertions.
I think we can squeeze Jack's other pack in as well, today.
So you want him to have 3 packs?
Well, no, he's got to have.
Yeah.
We're talking ultimate bodybuilder, you mind? We wouldn't pick Dan's trap shoulders and then put my pecs on the fucking thing, would we?
Look.
Yeah, but if some guy turned up shredded with 3 pecs, you're gonna look at him more than everyone else, aren't you?
All right. So look. Okay, you're being a bit indecisive. It's kind of annoying. So
I think we go with Jack's chest. Jack's probably got the best chest.
okay.
Oh, Johnny, touching.
I don't know.
Look at
But
that.
Dan.
Oosh.
That's Hans Bale's chest.
That is
And
fucking legend.
also, being the natty, there's no chance of me it with any gyno, so that gives me the edge.
All right. I'll just give you some nice pink nips. All right, keep going. I can do this. I can do this faster than this.
I think I've got the triceps on this one.
Triceps.
Yeah, Johnny, you have got good arms. I don't know, Dan, I haven't seen your arms, mate.
Shit,
You've
mate.
got good arms, John.
Oh, this one's got a bit AWOL there. Hold
The
on.
only body part I'm going to get at my body weight, isn't it?
All right, cool. So we're there. Let's draw the elbows in. Let's be the elbows there. All right.
Dan's elbows.
Yeah, my elbows. Lumpy. All right, come on then.
Dan or mine for
Dan's forearms because he's a wanker.
he's a bit
Oh, look, think about this from an artist's perspective. We're clearly doing biceps next.
I don't know. Jack,
I'd potentially give it to John again.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
Johnny's got a bicep like.
Give us the 10, John. I can't remember what they look like.
Fuck off.
Dan and John, put your arm up so I can tell who's going on.
Oh, mate. Hold on, we've got a bit of an asymmetry issue here. Let's do that.
It's probably about right because my pec sends it off.
That's good.
All right, you look a little bit like a cloud.
Um,
Come on, keep going. Quick fire. I've got this. My
What are we
forearms.
doing?
'Cause I'm a
Forearms?
wanker.
Yeah, I said you. You're a wanker.
Yeah, I know that. Just fucking calm down.
Is he doing it? Hey, he's doing the most muscular, so you're already presuming that it's you.
Well, it's not me. That's the whole thing. It's everyone.
Gering's hands because he probably looks after his hands better than everyone else.
Soft hands.
I do actually. Yeah.
They look like leaves.
All right, carry on. Got Garrett's hands.
Strong head.
My claws, bud.
Geraint's midsection because he's hashtag classic.
Yeah, Gering's got to have the midsection, don't he?
Oh well. How
Bloody hell,
wide is your?
what's he wearing?
What is your waistline? Your boy's waistline. Jack, what's yours?
Oh, 33, I think.
33. You're 33.
I got big waist.
You diet.
I thought I'd be small. 33.
I'm at 28 when I diet.
Oh, it's 33 with that band on, isn't it?
I'm
I got to keep it
58.
on.
What are you, Jack? John?
28 when I'm diet. When I diet, this I'm a 28-inch waist.
Woo.
It's got wide hips, really wide hips, so it doesn't look so good.
Right.
And more hips.
Yes, put Gering's hips on there. So basically none.
Dan McMahon's vascularity.
They're already on there.
Okay, so quads, maybe I don't know. Toss up between Jack's. And mine.
Johnny,
We'll
mine
go
or
Jack.
yours?
We'll go
Let's
Jack.
have Jack's quads.
Let's get some
It'd be
natural.
me or Johnny probably.
We got Johnny's arms, so we'll have to put your legs on.
There you are. It's my penis.
That's definitely Jack's trunks.
I was just about to say that. I'm glad you got in there, guy.
Nice, bud. Nice.
Oh,
Quad. His legs are straighter at the top, and then they go really wide at the bottom.
yeah, but we'll have your top. So your top quad, my teardrops. We'll have that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like, boys, if I had all your gains, I'd look fucking sick.
Looks class, doesn't it? That.
It don't look bad. It's just the hands. I think I
Geraint, how are your calves?
No, I think I got calves.
high.
Oh yeah, Johnny's
Shit,
got good
calves, they're
calves.
too high. Yeah.
And Gering's feet because they'll be well premed as well. Oh fuck me!
That's about
All
a
right.
size 8, isn't it?
That's unreal, mate. That's unreal.
Fair play to
No.
it. That's pretty good. That's going on the intro.
Save that and send it to Johnny.
Yeah,
Yeah, please do.
That is going on the page. Screenshot it, John, so you can't delete it.
I can't fucking wait there.
I got it.
Screen. Got it.
All right, so there you go. There you have it.
I mean,
Fuck.
Oh,
Fuck.
don't ruin it.
it's done now, isn't it? It's purple.
He looks bad.
His face went.
His face went purple.
His face goes purple when he does it. Watch it.
So you just carry on with the next question. I'm going to find out. There's a glitch in the matrix.
Fuck my life. I bet
Carry
you
on. Next question.
is it true that every time Dan trains legs, that a kitten dies?
Not just one.
That's why there's so many kittens roaming around the place.
That's why I've got no legs.
I think we've done it, Dan. I think his nipples are gone now.
Dan, what are you doing this purple man for?
Mate, that's skin colour, isn't it?
Well, if you're Dan, it is.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're having your complexion, are we?
What's wrong with that?
What I was going to say is, are we accepting that you've got the best complexion, so we're taking yours
What the
off?
fuck is going on? Paint's screwing me here.
It's because you haven't closed the lines off.
Yeah,
think
but
it's-
look.
I think it's little hands.
I'd like also to clarify that we've only given it Dan's traps, shoulders, and forearms.
Yeah,
But-
yeah, he's the best.
From behind, I think Dan would probably have like.
I'm not doing it from behind. It's been long enough already.
I was going to say Dan's back, but I don't think we're doing a rear shot.
It's like not even close.
All right, the lats can come in more here.
Yeah.
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 Oh, there we go.
Yeah, really high.
Looks like it's got my tattoos though. On the ribs.
Way! And there's your shit toes. Let's colour them in.
We've left one lat out.
All right, so next question. Don't worry, I'm just doing this. Don't mind me.
Well, we've already the one lat. You missed a lat.
Oh, yeah, we need that. I should sign this, really, because it's pretty serious, isn't it?
I mean, if that's not a pro bodybuilder, I don't know what is.
That's basically what they look for, isn't it? Bad bros.
Particularly good at paint, I'll give you that.
Yeah, that's not bad to be fair, mate.
All right, do we have any other questions?
Stop sharing. Here we go. No, I think that was it, really, on the question.
Wasn't there one more?
No.
First breed.
In the DMs.
100%.
World exclusive.
So I said,
We can capture the
Congrats.
first interview with new IFBB Pro, Lewis Breed.
standard.
Might be quite good because he hasn't been on anything, has he? No one really knows much about him.
He did Bodybuilding UK Instagram takeover for the show, didn't he?
Yeah.
He didn't do a lot of talking on that, to be fair.
So be good to get the mic in front of him.
Yeah, especially for someone who has been on the brink of turning pro for so long. It'd be interested to see his perspective.
Can give Dan McNabb the push.
Fuck knows me. Feel it, prep, just fire it up, see what happens. Hopefully it's better than last time. And I think it will be, and rinse and repeat. That is literally all you can fucking do. If you keep getting better every year, then it's a win. At the point where that stops happening, you should probably consider doing something else. That's my philosophy on bodybuilding. Do basic shit forever. Luckily, I enjoy doing the things that are the same all the time. But yeah, that is pretty much it.
Sweet. Right.
And hopefully become fucking massive, mate.
You already are a massive cunt.
I feel really small, like I've dropped 8 pounds, and I feel like I'm emaciated.
Yeah,
Like,
that's definitely not true.
I might eat at McDonald's like right now, but I don't own. There isn't a McDonald's in my house, so I'll probably just sit down.
Yeah. Okay. On that bombshell, I got some fucking editing to do this week, you pricks.
Oh, unlucky.
Nah, you haven't.
I fucking have. The conversations went off quite a few times.
Yeah, let it flow, John.
No.
Let it
No.
flow, let it flow. Don't track shit anymore. Let it flow,
Here we go,
let it
here we go.
flow. Fill my ear with bullshit. I don't care what these fuckers say. I fucking don't know the rest in your anus anyway. Yeah.
Intro.
Right, see you later.